Hey, welcome. Welcome to the Prosperity Game. Hey, this is Dan Haar. I am so glad you could join us. Hey, we are going to get started in just a few minutes. What I want to do first, if you wouldn't mind, is to check and see if you can hear me, and I'm going live. So if someone would please just post right down there below this webinar in the comments and let me know that you can hear me, or someone can also put on the Facebook. So I've got two computers, one watching the web page, one watching the Facebook, and if you could check that out for me, I'd appreciate it. Let me know that I'm going live. And I know that we have a few minutes of a delay here, and so I want to tell you, I am just so excited to have you be a part of the game that we're going to be playing in the next couple of weeks. I love the game. The game's made a big impact in my life. I'm going to tell you about that going on here in the webinar. First, I'm looking to see, though, if well, let's see, can't see it in Europe. Bummer. Okay. Well, if for those of you who are in Europe, I'm going to set it up on a replay, and I'll send you the YouTube link for that right now. And so I know that we are getting ready to get started, and so here's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to be all right. Well, we do have a link in Europe. That is wonderful to hear. And so we have people here. I can see down here we got some people from Europe here in the United States, someone in Europe, a few people from all around the world. This is just an exciting game. You know what? I want to tell you, when I was a kid, I used to play games. I had brothers. We could play games. But you know what? When we went and got all the kids in the neighborhood to come and play the game with us, it became an epic game. And you know what? This neighborhood is growing exponentially with these wonderful things like the Google Hangout that we have here. And this prosperity game, we get to play with people who are going to be playing with us from all around the world. And that's so exciting. So you know what? What I want to do is I got a couple exciting things I've added to the webinar. Something at the end, very special, something from the heart, very special I want to share with you. But you know what? Let me get started with the webinar, and I am going to start my screen share. We can get started. So let's see. We want to go to, here we go. So let me ask you this question. What would it be like for you to have unlimited resources? I mean, what if you could have everything that you ever wanted and needed to do everything that you ever dreamed of doing? And what if you knew that money would appear every day? How would this shift your spending? And what would you spend your money on? The prosperity game is based on this simple principle. We will attract to us exactly as we can conceive and believe. And this is true about everything, including money. Now, the law of attraction simply stated says that like attracts like. And this law is operating impartially all the time. You are attracting what you are broadcasting, no exceptions. Now, my name is Dan Haar, and in 1981, I did a personal development training, and on a Friday night of that training, I played a game that exposed to me some of the strategies that I was using in my life, and I realized that those strategies weren't working. In a later training, I got to meet a man by the name of Dr. Ray Blanchard, and we played another game there, and that game really gave me a purpose and a vision and a passion for my life, and I've been living that passion ever since. Ray told me about this game called the Prosperity Game, and I knew the game shifted my mindset, and the first time I played the game, I loved it so much that I wanted to play it again with my friends, and today I'm honored to get to share this game with you. So let's get started. Let me get a drink. Thanks. Hey, good. I'm glad that you have gotten in there, Len. So good to see you here. So there's this Old Cherokee tale that goes like this. An old Cherokee told his grandson, "My son, there is a battle between two wolves inside of us. One is evil. It is anger, jealousy, greed, resentment, inferiority, lies, and ego. And the other is good. It is joy, peace, love, hope, humility, kindness, empathy, and truth." The boy thought about it and asked, "Grandfather, which wolf wins?" And the old man quietly replied, "The one that you feed." See, the law of attraction is based on this concept. What you attract to you is based on the vibration that is your thoughts and feelings. Your thoughts and feelings are a vibration that attracts to you like vibrations. You are attracting what you are broadcasting, and there are no exceptions to this rule. Now, every thought, every feeling, every word, and every action that we express carries a vibration, and that vibration attracts other like vibrations. Every vibration that you send out, something in return. So in the game, what happens is we get a chance to notice what resonates inside of us as we play the game together. Because the goal of the prosperity game is to raise our vibrations relative to money, specifically the receiving and the spending of money. Now, starting this coming Monday, you're going to receive an email every day over the next couple of weeks, and in that email will be a virtual check for an ever-increasing amount of money. Now, your gameplay is to go to the Facebook page and set up for this game that we have set up for this game and announce to the group where your money came from and how you choose to allocate the funds. That's it. That's all you have to do. You get a check in the mail, go to the Facebook page, and post where that money is going to come from and how you are going to allocate those funds. That's a pretty simple game. Now, there's no right or wrong way to play the game. I mean, the first time I played the game, I didn't even finish, but it had an amazing effect on my life. That's why I wanted to play it again. In fact, that's why I want to play it again now. But I got some tips for you I want to share with you. One is, this is a great opportunity to allow yourself to be creative in the way that money flows to you and how you spend your money. And as you think about the unique and fulfilling ways for you to create money, your vibration will adjust to that desire, and the law of attraction will go to work. It goes to work always, every time. In fact, I just attracted to me exactly what I wrote about in one of the games that I played just recently. Now, the other part is to be specific. If you have a desire to make a certain amount of money in a specific business, write specifically as to how you created that money. Specifically focusing on how that money is coming to you changes your vibration when you're taking action in that area. Did I say specifically enough here? Because, see, that's what it is. The more specific we can be about the dreams for our future, the more that the law of attraction will go to work. It goes to work every time. Now, here's the other part, is to be emotional and allow yourself to imagine and experience the feelings that you're going to have as you accomplish your desires and add them to your writing. Your feelings are a strong vibration. Use your emotion to fan the flames of your desire. And be careful with your feelings, because they will fan the flames of anything that you focus on. And I think this is what the old Cherokee was referring to in the metaphor of the wolf, is that mindset that we have, and that our focus, the way that we see the people, opportunities, and the world around us, including all of the results, every result in our life, are dependent on which mindset we exercise and the thoughts we allow to run around in between our ears. The prosperity game is a way to feed our prosperity mindset that focuses on our desire. It's kind of like going to the gym. We exercise our ability to think in this way, and in doing so, we shift the way that we see things in our life, and more importantly, we attract our desires quickly and easily. Now listen, every subject really is two subjects as we see them. It's what we want and the lack of what we want. And see, many people react to the lack while saying that they want something else, and what there happens is they send out a mixture of energy signals that result in this seemingly random mix of desired and undesired results. Maybe you have had this experience before. This is called creating by default. So what does it mean to create by design? The prosperity game is an exercise in creating by design. By focusing our thoughts on what we desire, we're going to broadcast a vibration that will attract what we want. By consciously choosing to focus on our desires, we can change the thing we think about and the way that we think about them. And by taking the time to creatively think about what we want to attract, expand your possibilities and bring new passion to your actions. Now, the creation process has two steps. As you're living your daily life, you experience unwanted things, this contrast, right? And the contrast produces a desire within you for things to be different, right? This contrast kind of expands our desire if we allow it. See, in the face of this contrast, we make a decision about what we want to focus on, the desire or the contrast. And we attract into our life that which vibrates with which we are focused on, and the thoughts and the feelings that we have about it. And so if we focus on the desire, we will increase the desire. If we focus on the contrast, we will increase the contrast. It's kind of like putting a magnifying lens. It will increase it. So you must allow what you want to manifest. That's the second part of the step of the creation process, right? And theoretically, this is simple, right? Get in alignment with what you want, and it will flow to you. You send out a vibration that matches the frequency of what you want, and it will come to you. The problem is that we just don't trust that this will work. Now, we can use this example of ordering a pizza as a simple way to illustrate this concept. First step is you ask, right? You decide that you want a large vegetarian pizza with no olives, and so you call the local pizza place to order your pizza. Now, step one is complete. And without question, the pizza place gets right to work on your request. They prepare a pizza made to order and send a truck right over to the address listed on the order form to deliver the pizza. Step two, the universe responds right on schedule. But see, here's where the part comes in, right? Maybe you start to feel insecure about the pizza parlor's commitment to delivering your order. Or maybe you don't think that you deserve to have that pizza delivered to you just the way that you want it. And because you're hungry, you leave your house to drive around searching for the perfect pizza. None of the other pizza parlors have your order because you didn't call them, and so you go to the market and you buy the ingredients to make your own pizza. And you arrive back home with a bag full of groceries moments after the pizza delivery truck has driven away from your house. Now, does this sound familiar to you? See, this creation process is working. It's working all day, every day for everyone, whether you are aware of it or not. You are creating right now. And here's how we know that this creation process works, right? Because we attract results to us quickly and easily, right? And the results are lasting results. And they come from this seemingly place of nowhere or nothing. And see, the thing is, we're already manifesting. The results you have right now, they come to you quickly and easily, right? We're already attracting lasting results quickly and easily from a source beyond our physical world. See, in this conscious creation is equal to our desire minus our resistance, right? Or that contrast, the resistance to the contrast, right? What happens in the game for many people is that some resistance comes up during the game. And noticing the resistance, this is where the magic happens. In one of the first games I played, one of the participants wrote on the thing, I dropped off yesterday $128,000 all at once was my wall. Betty. See, what happened for Betty was she met this point where she could not see in her mind any other way to accomplish $128,000 all at once. That was her wall, and her resistance had Betty drop off. I'm asking you to take challenge because resistance is usually a clue that there's a possibility for a new level of awareness. See, the simple secret to getting the maximum benefit from the prosperity game, in life for that matter, is participation. And you know what? People are reluctant to be uncomfortable. And here's the part that the game is designed to get you to some level where you see your money set point. And it's going to, if you challenge that mindset, there are points where it's going to be uncomfortable. And my question for you is, are willing to be uncomfortable. Remember, my friend Betty dropped off at 128,000. All at once was her wall, and I don't want you to be like my friend Betty. So there are three important questions that I want to ask you when it comes to allowing yourself to receive. Is it possible for you to have what it is that you say you want to have in your life without knowing how, without having a plan? Is it possible? And then is it okay? Is it okay for you to be, these are your own unique answers, but you know what you need to be. And is it okay for you to do? And we certainly know what is needed to be done in order for us to have what we want it is that we say that we want to have. And then the question really is it okay for me to have it? And what do you intend to attract to you in your life? And then the last question is, am I ready? Have I prepared myself to receive? And that's part of what we do in the prosperity game. As we start to write about that life that we say we want to fulfill, we start to write about that life now, and we actually can prepare ourselves to receive, right? And we do that by a couple ways. One is that we focus on the meaning of the money, and we also focus on the value that we deliver, and we focus on our assumptions of responsibility, right? I have this assumption that if you wouldn't even be here in this game if you didn't take on 100% responsibility for you in your own life, right? And there's one definition of responsibility, and that is our ability to respond, right? And this manifesting formula that I found is very, I like this one a lot, right? Event plus our response equals the outcome. And to change what you want to have in your life, you change the art, because you know what? You can't change the events. The government is the government, the weather is the weather, the day is the day, your job is the job. It's the same for everyone, right? But it's not what happens that determines the major part of your future, because what happens to us all. It's what you do about what happens that counts, right? And in the prosperity game, we can actually pre-write our response and transform the outcome into the lifestyle that we desire. And here's what's going to happen is some people had noticed we're all going to be playing together, and I want you to know this game works for everybody at every level. Whether it's the first time you played or you've played it half a dozen times like me and some of my friends, it works for everybody at every level, all the way. But you got to notice without judgment, right? And I'll give you an idea. I live in the mountains in Northern California. This is a black bear, okay? Black bears live in the forest that I live in. In the springtime, after they've been hibernating all winter, they get up and they have this desire. They have this felt hunger inside of them that they just must fulfill. And the first thing they do, crawl out of a cave, turn over a rock, find some grubs under there, and they start fulfilling that need, right? And then the next thing they do is they see this old rotten log. They bust open that rotten log because inside of there is most likely some carpenter ants and termites, and you can see that bear right there is able to eat those termite eggs right there because he's fulfilling that need, because you know what, he has a felt hunger. And the bear really doesn't care about where that need is fulfilled, so the next thing he sees are berries, right? And so he goes and he eats the berries because he has that felt need, and those berries are the next thing there. And maybe he comes across a dead carcass, but you know what, and it might be dead and old and rotten, but that bear's got that hunger inside of him. He's got to fulfill that need. And so he goes to that carcass and he gets what he can get from there. And if he comes into my neighborhood and he can get into my garbage can, well, you know what? He's going to fulfill his need there. And the thing is that, if he finds out that there's food in my neighborhood, he's going to come back again and again and again, because that's what works. And, if he can't find food in the neighborhood, he's going to go someplace else. Hopefully not to one of the campers in our local area here who's might not have put their food up away, because the bear is going to fulfill that need any way he can. Because the bear is looking for what works. How can I fulfill this hunger I have? Grubs under rocks, termites and logs, berries, salmon, dead carcasses, kill some animals on their own, whatever works to fulfill that need. And you know, if it doesn't work, if he can't get into my garbage can, he's not coming back. He's going to go on to what is next. Now, you know, unfortunately, human nature is not the same as the bear. Because what human nature has a tendency to do is, you know, they come underneath, they come out with that hunger inside of them, and like the bear, look under the rock, and they see the grubs, and they fulfill the need. And instead of looking at the logs or the berries or the salmon or the other options that are available to fulfill that need, human being has a tendency to go, well, I fulfilled the need under this rock, and so under the rock is where I must fulfill need. And the human being just keeps going around, passing by the berries, passing by the salmon, passing by the other opportunities to fulfill that hunger, because they're stuck in this mindset that this is the right way to do it. And you know what? I don't know what that bear is doing over eating those berries, but you know, the way you fulfill your need is by looking under rocks. That bear must be wrong. And that's kind of how human nature is. And what I want to ask you to do is notice without the judgment, because that's the point where you can find the breakthrough. That's the point where you can have your new opportunities available to you as you look at what works, what doesn't work, and what's next. And you know what, in this game, we're going to start to meet some of these beliefs, right? Because you have this need, right? You have a felt need. I mean, you wouldn't be here in this webinar today if there was not some core vibration inside of you that is yearning to raise its frequency and become the dominant factor in your life. How's it going to feel for you when you've achieved your intended result? And you know, what is the experience that you want to have? What is that felt need for you, that deep down hunger and desire that you want to fulfill? You know, once you are clear on what you desire, you must have a massively important reason or purpose for having it. And this is one of the main reasons that stops most people from getting what they desire is they have no massively important, emotional, passionate reason or purpose for having what they say they want to have. Now, this is very important to understand, because if you can get this, we know where to start is that purpose, right? Because purpose leads to enthusiasm. And enthusiasm leads to a higher form of energy. When you have energy, believe me, you are going to start to take action. And action leads to a higher level of results in our life. And as you play the game, focusing on connecting what you really desire with the reasons that you want it, then this will harness the power of intention and improve the impact of your results. Now, we play this game together. We will build up our relationships as we play this game together with people about the most important things in our lives, our dreams and desires. Now, I've created great friendships in this game, and we have created long-term mastermind relationships of support and encouragement. And I invite you to invite your friends to play along with you and build your mastermind around the things that really matter. I'm really looking forward to getting to see and hear your desires manifested in the Prosperity Game 1.0. And together we are going to exercise our prosperity mindset by focusing on our desires to have a joyful life. Now, at the end of this video, I have a special offer for you that will show you how to take a mastery level approach to this game. Plus, I'm going to give you a special bonus game that you can start today to create greater cash flow right now. So stick around to the end of the video to get these two bonuses. Now, the Prosperity Game 1.0 has this fantastic webinar, right? Explaining the principles of the law of attraction, but not everyone got on the webinar, or you know what, they forgot the concepts. And although we have private coaching sessions available in the Prosperity Game for a special price of $49 a session during the game, not everyone was getting access to some very key learning principles and coaching adjustments to their vibrational game. And so that's why I've added this additional curriculum to the Prosperity Game 1.0 from when we first started the game. And this additional curriculum has benefited other players in the past. And these are the quotes in the videos that are part of this Prosperity Game 1.0, plus the priceless interaction of our mastermind setting in our Facebook group. And I've played this and facilitated this version of the Prosperity Game many times. It's a very powerful game, and I've seen and heard the desire from those who played before for a deeper cut for what we have in the free prosperity game 1.0. Now, they were wanting to turbocharge their power to attract more and more of what they really want without struggle or effort or stress, because really, who wants to struggle, right? Players wanted to identify the beliefs that no longer serve them and master the art of attraction. And the truth that nothing is too big, too unrealistic for you to request or receive. That's why we developed the Prosperity Game 2.0 to immerse ourselves into a deeper understanding of the law of attraction. And if you stay to the end of the video, you're going to get access to the Prosperity Game 2.0 for a one-time price that you'll never see again, so stay tuned. The universe responds to your vibration, not to your current state of being. It's not so much that life is happening to you, but actually life is happening because of you. And more importantly, because of the vibrations that are your thoughts. Now, what were your thoughts when I started to tell you about the Prosperity Game 2.0? I mean, think about it. What started to come up for you? Well, I told you about the idea of a deeper cut? When I told you that there would be a price for the Prosperity Game 2.0. You see, those are your thoughts, and those are the vibrations that create your reality around money. And I put those here for a reason, so we get a chance to see how easily we can expose our prosperity mindset when we notice without judgment. See, what you do is minuscule in comparison with what you choose to think, because your vibration is so much more powerful and so much more important. And this is not a new concept. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, was told to us by Marcus Aurelius. And this is true about your health and your wealth. And Proverbs 23:7 explains the law of attraction as well. For as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. You see, your thoughts are the single most influential thing attracting the life that you have right now. And many people's thoughts and beliefs run on default, not by design. If you're giving your attention only to your current state of being, then your future will evolve pretty much the same as it already has. See, if you're giving your focused attention to these wonderful expanding ideas that the Prosperity Game will evoke from you, the universe will respond to the vibrations of those thoughts. See, everything you have right now in your life is based on your vibration. If you want to change what you're attracting, like the money or the opportunities or relationships that you have in your life, then all you need to do is to change your vibration. Or as we say in our personal development trainings, if you want to change your life, change your mind. The Prosperity Game 1.0 will be focusing on how money comes to us and how we will allocate the funds. And the great part is that everyone is at different levels and the game works every time at every level. The first thing I wrote about the first time I played the game are very different than when I wrote about the fifth time I played 1 year later, and I could see mindset expansion as it showed in my results that I was attracting in my life. In the same way that we use the Prosperity Game 1.0 to expand our mindset around money, in the Prosperity Game 2.0 we expand our awareness and look deeper into the law of attraction with additional achievements to accomplish alongside the Prosperity Game 1.0. Everyone will be posting the Prosperity Game 1.0 together in the same group community. And in the Prosperity Game 2.0, we're going to unlock some new levels of learning and increase the intensity with which we focus on our thoughts and what we want in our life. Prosperity Game 2.0 is a challenge of 4 mastery quests to accomplish during the Prosperity Game. These quests will focus your conscious creation and give you the tools to design the ultimate lifestyle that is effortless, easy, and full of joyful experiences. And the Prosperity Game 2.0 will have an additional video series during the Prosperity Game where we will discuss the topics of the law of attraction, the law of deliberate creating, and the law of allowing. And the Prosperity Game 2.0 has an added bonus for those of you who are truly committed to supercharging their prosperity game. You see, there comes a time for everyone when the game just starts to reach, they hit this money set point, right? Their financial mindset, like my friend Betty. And in the Prosperity Game, you know, in the webinar, I will tell you about the, this was from the wrong slide. Boom. It was really sad to see Betty quit, you know. The game had served her as designed. She was exposed to the beliefs that are holding her back, and she didn't know how to look at it any different way. See, I wanted to see her succeed, but she just didn't want to break through. So that's why I created the Prosperity Boost coaching session, to help those people who really wanted to break through to a whole new level of success and accomplishment in their life. It's a 45-minute personal one-on-one prosperity boost session where we schedule as you start to approach your prosperity set point. And we will then use what we learn in the mastery quests to raise your prosperity mindset. Plus, by the time this time, we're going to be celebrating some new results that you have attracted to your life in the game. And you can schedule the Prosperity Boost call at any time during the game to break through to the new levels of prosperity in your life. And these prosperity coaching sessions are $49 for anyone who wants to buy them anytime during the game. The simple secret to getting the maximum benefit from the prosperity game, or from life for that matter, is participation. And there are two things that I know increases participation. And the first is public accountability. And that's why we have the Facebook community, where we will be sharing our gameplay. And personal accountability to a coach or a mentor will exponentially increase that participation as we examine the principles that will lead to our next great accomplishment. You know, the second thing to increase participation is to invest in what you say matters. Not only invest in your time and your money, but also invest in your money. And the more that you invest, the more likely you are to create value. And if you were going to invest $300 in the Prosperity Game 2.0, you would create great value, no doubt, and create more peace, cooperation, and understanding in all of your relationships. And even at a couple $100, this course would be a steal and blow your mind, and every day becomes a Law of Attraction laboratory. So $99 for the Prosperity Game 2.0 is an excellent investment of your time and money, allowing you to tap a deeper, more consistent level of connection with your inner wisdom, intuition, and joy. So to make the Prosperity Game 2.0 as affordable as possible, I made the price only $69, and you can sign up for the 2.0 game at any time during the course by following the link in the welcome letter for only $69. But since you are still here, you must be special, and I got a special bonus game for you just for watching this video. So if you've already experienced a certain level of success and prosperity in your life, and you're ready to achieve the next level of your great life adventure, and you want to attract a massive flow of abundance into your life, and if you're ready to invest your time, energy, and focus to make that happen, and most importantly, if you want to take advantage of this special one-time only price, and you're willing to take action right now, then I'm willing to make this one-time offer to you so you can access the same tools and strategies that work for me, work for others, and they work for you, whether you are aware of them or not. You click on the button below. Actually, there's no button below, but I will, when you register, I will send you a link for that. It will be in the registration page, and you can respond to me for, tell me you were on the webinar, and you can get this price, $37. Ridiculously low price of $37. You get the 4 mastery quests to turbocharge your power to attract more and more what you really want in your life, and you'll get the extra video journeys into the Law of Attraction and the power your thoughts have on what you attract to you in your life. Plus, you'll get this special video series about the Law of Attraction, the Law of Creation, and the Law of Allowing, and how they are working in your life right now. Plus, the Prosperity Boost coaching session that will turbocharge you to your next level of prosperity. Now, I can easily charge $37 for the Prosperity Game 1.0, plus the live gameplay with the others and the materials that I have added to enhance the prosperity mindset. Prosperity Game 1.0 is by far the most in-depth than any other free version of the Prosperity Game. Not only will you get the free Prosperity Game, but you will get so much more, and I'm going to give it all to you for only $37 if you act now. The 4 mastery quests, the special video journeys, Prosperity Boost coaching call, all focused on the Law of Attraction, the Law of Creation, and the Law of Allowing, all for only $37 if you click on the button below. Now, I told you I got a special bonus game. I love this game. I got to share it with you. Stay tuned. This is going to be fun. Just for investing your time and money, your time to watch this video, And you know, the first time I played this bonus game, I was able to make a $90 increase to my monthly cash flow, and many others have found similar results from playing this simple cash flow game. Crush the Cash Vampires game is a game designed to find those vampire charges that suck the lifeblood from your cash flow and send our created dollars to the graveyard of zombie dollars. Now, you know what I'm talking about, those subscriptions to the outdated periodicals, those memberships that you no longer use, those little monthly charges that go unnoticed and unexamined that are draining your cash flow. In the Crush the Cash Vampires game, your mission is to identify cash vampires that are sucking your cash away. Each vampire count is sucking the life out of your cash flow, turning your created dollars into zombie dollars. Now, once you've identified the vampires, crush as many as you can and save as many zombie dollars as possible. Now, I hope zombie dollars is a good enough description of what just might be happening to your cash flow as those unexamined accounts continue to take funds unnoticed. If your intention is to remove these cash vampires, you may start to look at some of the accounts from a different point of view and make the decisions that will grow your cash flow right now. So here's how you earn points in the Crush the Cash Vampires game. You earn points for each vampire account you close and for each zombie dollar that you redirect away from the cash flow graveyard. Now keep track of the names of the accounts that you close and the number of zombie dollars a month that you have saved from the Crush the Cash Vampires sucking the lifeblood out of your finances. Another strategy in the Crush the Cash Vampire game is to negotiate your fees. Now, you may not be able to remove an account, but you may be able to reduce the fees that you pay to have it. So zombie dollars can be saved from the clutches of service fees on many of your accounts. Now, there's plenty of information on what to say when you ask, but the most important thing is that you ask your provider to reduce their fees. I recently received $100 in zombie dollar bonus points because I had asked my provider to see what she could do, and you know what? She delivered. And just yesterday, I received a $280 positive swing to my cash flow just for asking for what I want. Now, here's how you play at the mastery level in the Crush the Cash Vampire game. Notice your experience. What are your feelings that come up during the game? Is it fun? Is it easy? Is it stressful? Are you attached to some of your vampire accounts? Do they still serve in creating your ideal lifestyle? See, these are the clues to your current vibrations, and in order to get anywhere, we must know where we are starting. Now, what would you do if in the next 24 hours your cash flow shifted $100 a month in your favor? How would you allocate that money? What would you do with it? And what if it was even $75? $75 a month saved from the cash vampires. How would you spend that money? And what if you saved $37 a month from playing the Crush the Cash Vampire game? Would you invest it in creating more abundance and prosperity in your life? Would you invest it in the most powerful tool in your creation process, your prosperity mindset? What you do is minuscule in comparison to what you choose to think, because your vibration is so much more powerful and so much more important. The return on your investment for sowing these seeds into your thoughts, thereby designing your vibration, will be 100, 10, 30, even 100 times greater. You certainly are worth this investment. So, since you are already reaping the rewards of the creation process, because the law of creation works all the time, every time for everyone, whether you understand it or not, wouldn't it be worth gaining a deeper understanding of the 3 laws that are as real and consistent as gravity? The Prosperity Game 2.0, 4 master quests, special video journeys. You know, we have that 4-week, all focused on the law of attraction, the law of creation, and the law of allowing. All yours for only $59. See, this is an old slide deck. Only $37 if you click on the button below. Now remember, this is all added to the free Prosperity Game 1.0. With the Prosperity Game 1.0 webinar we're on right now, the 14 Prosperity Game checks that will be coming to you in the mail over the next 2 weeks, the context-forming videos that we will be sharing in the emails and on the Facebook page, plus the Prosperity Game celebration. Forgot to tell you about that. That's going to be happening at the end of our program, where we are going to get together and share some of the new things that we've created in our life as a result of playing this game, and our priceless, interactive Facebook community where we mastermind together about the things that are the most important things in our life, our dreams and desires. And the Prosperity Game 2.0 is a deeper look into the law of attraction, law of creation, and the law of allowing. Like I said, everyone comes in at different levels. So if you're ready now is the time to click on the buy button below, or send me a message through the email that when you register. Now, if you're still trying to decide to take advantage of this great price for the Prosperity Game, I got a special offer for you. I want you to sleep on it and pay the $69 tomorrow. Yep, that's what I said. If you're attracted to this game and it's something that you'd like to do, but you're let $37 keep you from what you want, then you might consider the value of spending twice as much tomorrow. So we can really get you invested in overcoming the financial hurdles that keep you from having what you want in your life. But you're already going to be playing this game, the Prosperity Game 1.0. It's a great time investment, by the way. Wouldn't it make sense to invest a few dollars to maximize the return on your time investment? $37 is not a lot of money, and since the seeds of prosperity multiply in your life, it would not be long before you are attracting money to you in multiples. Like I told you earlier, $69 price is designed to raise your level of commitment to the game so you can get the most out of it. Now, I may be doing you a disservice by offering this to you now for only $37, especially if the $37 price is keeping you from playing the game at a higher level that we have in the 2.0 game. But I'll let you decide what price is best for you to pay. Pay the $37 for the Prosperity Game 2.0 now, or click on the button below. Either way, we're going to have some fun in the Prosperity Game and open up so much opportunity in our life. And we're going to build strong relationships during the game about the things that are the most important things to us, our dreams and desires for a meaningful and significant life. Now, I'll see you in the Prosperity Game 1.0, and if you're interested in the Prosperity Game 2.0, if you haven't registered already, or if you can register on the button below, respond to me in one of the emails, and I will get you that Prosperity Game 2.0 for the $37 price. Just tell me you saw the price on the webinar. Now, I got to tell you, I loaded the wrong slide deck this morning, and I've been fumbling through that, but you know what, I'm going to get back to this webinar right here because you know what, I'm really excited. This game has made such a difference in my life, and I should have had a couple of people on the webinar today to share their thoughts with you, but I just want to say that it's just so exciting to have people in my life who dream big dreams, who care about the world that they live in, and they want to make a contribution, and they want to receive in return that which they deserve, that which they desire, so that it allows them to go out and make that contribution again at a bigger level. And you know what, we all have desires that we want to fulfill. No matter what level of prosperity we have achieved so far, our desires to make a contribution increase and grow as our prosperity grows. And our desires to have more allows us to go out and give more. And that's why I'm just so excited about the game, what it's done for my life. You know, I told you a little bit earlier, I wrote 6 months ago in the Prosperity Game about this ideal client relationship that I would like to have. And just last week, I was able to create that ideal client relationship. And you know what? I want to write about how that client relationship is going to expand. And you know what? I'm going to pre-write my response. I'm going to pre-spawn to this opportunity, and I'm going to start creating it now, so that 6 months from now, I can look at that opportunity that I have, and it's become bigger than I can even imagine today. And you know, we're going to do it together in the game, because here's what I know. I know that if I say, hey, I'm playing a game, come play with me, I'm going to finish that game because I've asked you to play, and you know, I'm going to encourage you to finish the game along too, because it is a challenging game for our mindset. It's not hard to do. Receive a check in the mail, you write yourself, write a note about what it is, where that money came from, how you choose to allocate those funds. And you know what? Notice what comes up in the process. Notice the resistance, notice the joy, notice the feelings as you start to experience those things coming to your life at an intellectual level. You know what? Here's the great part. The universe responds to your vibration, whether it's the vibration from a experience of something that is happening real or imaginary. Your vibration will attract to you exactly what it is that it matches that vibration. In the prosperity game, we're going to kind of focus on that. Now, before we end the webinar, you know, I have 45 minutes. I've got a quick video I want to share with you. At the end of the video, we're going to be over. I'm not going to be coming back, so I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for being here. I want to encourage you to come play the game with us. Right? I feel like a kid, you know, knocking on the door. Hey, come play football. Come play the prosperity game with us. We're going to have fun. We want it to be an epic game. We want you to be a part of it. So that's why we're asking you to be here. Invite your friends, because you know what? They'll enjoy that too. And to see the relationships that are created in the game with new friends that are made in the game, and friends who have come together and encourage each other over and over again through the process of this game, creating a lifestyle that is meaningful and significant, the one that you say matters. Because you know what? It really does. And this video, I think, is going to share that with you. So, do you remember the first time that you fell in love? Did you think about your lover all the time? Was your heart filled with feeling? I mean, deep feeling. Did you allow your imagination to run free, dreaming about, scheming about that next moment that you would be together? And the passion, oh, the anticipation of the passion. Do you remember the fantasies that you had? Let them consume your mind all day, every day, until that moment that you can be together and experience the infatuated release. Did you let your mind wander into all kinds of possible scenarios to expose you to that passion? Would you let the obsession build all day long? Did you gladly give up sleep to experience that connection that you have yearned for? To experience the reality of the sight and the sound and the smell and the intense sensation of being in love. And that desire, that burning, yearning desire, that focused every moment and every experience towards one thing and one thing only, the desire that can make the mundane become magnificent, the desire that you allowed to consume your every thought, every feeling, every moment. Do you remember the desire? What did you do to experience that desire again? You can still have that desire. You can still feel the passion for your life and that intensity of sensation that comes from being truly alive and in love. And what if you fell in love with your dream the same way? What if you allowed yourself to think about your future life the same way you did when you first felt that desire for your lover? What would happen if you allowed your imagination to run wild and free? See, there's a dream for your future, a dream inside of you. Are you ready to fall in love with it? With that dream that you have for your life? Have you thought about your true adoration, that passionate, fulfilling life that you are meant to achieve? Have you let that desire burn inside of you today? Did you fan the flames with your feelings and emotions? And have you let that fantasy run wild in your mind about a special dream that only you can bring to life? You see, that dream is waiting. It's waiting for a chance. It's waiting for a champion. It's waiting for you. You see, if that dream is going to live, it will need a champion. You. No one else can do it but you. It will take more than just wanting it. You need to commit your heart, your soul, and your every thought, your every action to achieving that dream that you have in your life. You wouldn't have the dream if it wasn't important. You would not feel about it the way you do if it really didn't matter, but it does matter. It's your dream. It was given to you for a reason. The question is, are you ready? Are you ready to commit to the lifestyle you so much deserve? To commit to the life that you deserve? To create the future you say matters? To pledge your life to the fulfillment of that dream? Are you willing to be the champion for that dream? For that life? For that future? For your life and your future? Only you can make that happen. It is possible if you are ready. But you must be willing to do whatever it takes. And you know what it will take? It will take everything you have and then some. It will require you to give up some things you've always done and to do some things that you've never done. It will take surrendering to that dream and let that define your actions. Let that define your choices. Let that define your life. It will require more than you ever thought you had, and you will receive more than you can even imagine. And it will require you to try for it, fight for it, maybe even die for it. Don't tell me it's not worth fighting for. Don't tell me there is something that you want more. And don't try to tell me that it doesn't matter. It does matter, and you know it. So go for it. You deserve it. The world will be better off when your dream becomes your reality and you see another dream for you to attain. And this is my wish for you, to have that dream for your life that fills your heart with passion, that yearning, burning desire that makes your heart sing and your life meaningful and your actions significant. That dream that matters because you stay strong. I hope you find it, and I hope that you dream about it, and scheme about it, and believe about it so that you can become about it. And everything that you say, everything that you do, and that you know the true joy of being alive and love in your heart.